coming up later on this week, a big event happening to raise funds for Tandem cyclists. Let's speak to the sports director for Tandem cycling program from Euride Mercedes-Benz Adelaide, Victoria Veitch. Victoria, good to catch up with you again.
You too. Thanks very much, Peter.
Now, this is a big fundraiser coming up on Thursday, I think, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Starting at 6:30 at the Mercedes-Benz dealership.
Okay, and who is welcome to come along?
Anyone who has purchased a ticket may come along. Tickets can be found online on the Euride Mercedes-Benz Adelaide website. So anyone with an interest in cycling is encouraged, and of course anyone with an interest in some beautiful vehicles, and anyone who's willing to help out some paracyclists, considering how popular the para sport has become.
And also how successful the Australians have become at paracycling, haven't they? We've in a sense, as they like to say, punched above our weight.
Absolutely. And you know what, though? That's where the real contradiction lies, because our para-athletes have far less funding, which is a bit ridiculous when you think about it, because their employment prospects are also not as good as well. So as a sporting nation, we absolutely loved the Paralympics. A lot of the video stats said that the ratings were amazing. People were inspired. They couldn't believe how fantastic these people were. And yet they were out there, and so many of them had to foot the bill themselves. When the other athletes who are in an elite capacity, they get the sponsorship, they get the funding, they get the big money for what they do. And it's a real travesty that, such inequity exists, which is why our team has really striven to have a combination of the paracyclists in amongst our squad of able-bodied athletes.
For sure, and as you said, as far as the amount of time and their commitment to the cause goes, they're every bit as professional as the able-bods.
Oh, absolutely. The amount of training that goes into that, especially when you think of cyclists or any other vision-impaired sport where your training is so reliant on having that guide cyclist or guide runner there, then their training sessions are so often limited to being indoors on a trainer, listening to some music. And I would challenge any of our able-bodied athletes and cyclists to achieve the level that they have in sport if 80% of their training time was limited to an indoor trainer. So when you think of their achievement in that respect, that they ride as well as they do is amazing.
That's a very good point. Victoria, what about your tie-up with the Blind Sporting Council, who do a lot of great work as far as promoting sport for people blind or vision impaired, and also for raising funds?
Yeah, the Blind Sporting Council has been an inspirational help with us, because we were floating around pretty much by ourselves and for ourselves before I bumped into Raj from the Blind Sporting Council. Together we've really tried to show that the sporting clubs can have a very successful integration between the two, and that's why it's such a fabulous working relationship, because the Blind Sporting Council recognises that our team has a very unique template, and currently the most successful private enterprise template for disabled sport in Australia. As much as we are so grateful that their help is there should we need it, and when we get into a funding pickle, the Blind Sporting Council understands that we have every intention of being as financially independent as we can, and they appreciate that provides a very positive example for some of the other sports to follow. Integration is the key.
And in a sport like tandem cycling, obviously you have a pilot who has sight. The Blind Sporting Council have been very big over a number of years of helping people out, such as the pilot, such as people who make sport possible, guide runners, umpires, coaches, that sort of thing as well. They obviously help the athlete, but also those people who help the athlete be able to compete also get helped out by the Blind Sporting Council.
Absolutely, and they're in the best position really to understand the complexities of assistance extend to both. That having people who really want to be involved and want to help but have some barriers in involvement. The Blind Sporting Council has been the real go-to organisation for putting organisation to the chaos out there.
Terrific. Now, if people want to find out more about the Blind Sporting Council, they can give them a call on 8232 4644, 8232 4644, or blindsport.com.au. Just give us another reminder about the event coming up on Thursday.
So it's a gala fundraising event, lots of fun, beautiful vehicles, great bicycles. It's from 6:30 next Thursday at the Euride Mercedes-Benz Adelaide dealership, a night that should run for a couple of hours, and we promise everyone a really great time.
And there'll be some cyclists there?
Absolutely. Yeah. Kieran Modra will be there. Our entire team will be there. Hopefully we're looking at some very special cycling guests as well. But I guess probably we're most excited about the revealing of our stunning new Cannondale bikes, all custom painted by Kafasa Auto Bodies.
Okay, so that'll be the unveiling, as you said, so it'll be a very auspicious occasion.
We hope so, definitely.
Terrific. Victoria, I know in your other life you have a very interesting job. We must catch up with you again and talk about that, because that sounds like it's a really fascinating thing as well.
It keeps... I think my working life is a little bit less chaotic than my cycling life, and I often have to go back to work to get a break. But, yes, my job keeps me on my toes as well.
Terrific. Now, we must chat about that, because that's really fascinating. You're a physiotherapist, but a physiotherapist... well, not, I guess, you're a rank-and-file physiotherapist, if we can put it that way.
No, that's right. Our entire clinic are specialists in both neuro and vestibular. And our business is currently a sponsor of the Tandem Project. Edwina Reid is just an enormous support for me.
I'll give your business a plug, your physiotherapy business a plug as well.
Okay, well, we're a neuro and vestibular clinic for anyone dealing with neurological disorders, imbalance, dizziness and vertigo, a private practice on Kensington Road, Edwina Reid Neurophysiotherapy.
Okay, have you got a website for them?
Yes, we do. It's semi-built. Yes, but if people search for us, they will find us. And if they want any additional information, the girls at the front desk are absolutely lovely and will help them with whatever they need. Okay,
Edwina Reid in Kensington. And just one more time for the website for the event on Thursday night?
The Euride Mercedes-Benz Adelaide Racing.
Okay, and Euride is EURIDE.
That's correct.
Victoria, keep up the fantastic work.
Thank you very much, Peter.
That's Victoria Veitch there, who's a sports director, and also with Euride Mercedes-Benz Adelaide, their big event coming up on Thursday night, and well done also for the great support that they get from the Blind Sporting Council, 8232 4644 or blindsport.com.au. Coming up very shortly, we had Are You OK Day during the week. We'll speak to Karen Mann from